Welcome to episode 6 of Ms. Shelved. I'm Linda.
Hi, and I'm Laura.
And today we're going to talk about Arlington Reads Together, which is our community read program. And we'll take you behind the scenes to how it all works and how we select a book. And we'll tell you about the books that are on our short list for this year.
Cool.
Take it away, Maura.
Thank you. So every year in March, patrons coming into the library will notice that there's a display centered around the community read book, and there's programming, but all of that work takes place much sooner. So we start planning for our community read in May, much earlier. Just a little bit background on the program. It started in 2003 with a grant from the Massachusetts Board of Library Commissioners to put on a community read event, and the idea is that it's one book for one community, so it's an opportunity for the community to come together to explore the issues and themes in a book together, and through that shared experience have some perhaps deeper understanding or awareness of various issues. And we partner with the Vision 2020 Diversity Task Group for this. So diversity, as it can be narrowly and broadly defined, is often something that gets looked for in books.
And who's on the committee who chooses the book?
Great question. So the committee is made up of librarians.
Like us?
Like us, exactly. Linda and I are both on the committee. As I'm the coordinator of the program, that's the assistant director's role. But it's made up of members of Diversity Task Group, various other civic organizations, the librarian from Arlington Public Schools as well. And so everyone has the option to nominate one book that they think would make a good candidate for the program. And this year we did something a little bit different because it is our Arlington Reads Together community read. I wanted to give the public a voice in that and offer up an opportunity for the public to nominate titles for this.
Yep.
And actually one of those made it to our long list.
Into our short list.
Our short list, yes, long list into short list. So we take all those titles, and then some of the behind the scenes work we do is we look to see what books are available in different formats. So it's really important that it's available in paperback because that is in print, because that means we can get enough copies to purchase for people to read. And we also want to look for things in other formats, ebooks, audiobooks.
Audiobooks, yep, to make it more accessible to everyone.
Exactly, yeah. So I could talk about the short list. I don't know, do you have any questions? Did I cover everything?
I think you covered all the important stuff. Yeah, so basically right now we're reading all of the titles on the short list, and then we'll meet again this fall and we'll have a discussion. Everyone on the committee will discuss what we thought about all the different books, what we think would be a good book that like many people in the community would enjoy and like be able to like have conversations around and do programming about, and then we take a vote, and then that book wins, and then we start.
Right.
You start planning programs, and
this one
we order copies of the book. And
right, and sort of set off the phase of the planning for the program. So I think it's we spend a lot of summer reading books with an eye towards what kind of programming we could do around this book. How, is this addressing issues happening in Arlington? Looking at it locally as well as maybe globally.
Well, let's look at our short list.
Cool. Yeah.
So
we have 5 books this year.
So the first one is Becoming Nicole: The Transformation of an American Family by Amy Ellis Nutt. This is a true story of a transgender girl, her identical twin brother, and her family's journey to sort of understand, accept, and support who she is. And it's just this regular American family who's dealing with a lot of issues like in their own family and in their community, because when Nicole really starts transitioning, of course there's a lot of issues that come up in school and in their community that they have to deal with because not everyone was as accepting.
One of the other titles is Elie Wiesel's Night, which is his memoir of his time in the concentration camps during World War II. And so his family passed away in the concentration camp, so it's the story of what life was like for him, sort of loss of innocence and coming of age. And this one was our publicly nominated one. When we were accepting nominations was shortly after his death, so it seemed very important to the person who nominated this book that we pay tribute to his literary accomplishments and also the remembrance of what had happened to him in the concentration camps.
And so next is Waking Up White and Finding Myself in the Story of Race by Debbie Irving. This is a memoir of a white woman's education about race and sort of understanding that white is also a race and a culture, and that how many sort of well-intentioned mindsets and behaviors actually sort of perpetuate racism. And it's like her whole sort of journey to sort of understand those issues and what she can do to be a better white person in terms of like fighting racism.
This one was nominated by the Diversity Task Group.
Yep. This is like the second year this one's been nominated.
Yeah,
I think.
it comes up a lot, and she's local, right?
Yep,
She lives
Winchester.
in Winchester. Yep. Second one, we have two fiction choices this year, and this is Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. And this is a story about a pandemic that's wiped off most of civilization, has died, and it centers around this group called the Traveling Symphony, which is moving around this one part of the U.S., performing plays and arts, and so sort of trying to keep humanity alive through art and performance and finding community. And it's a really lovely story. It's hopeful. I mean, it's like the world has ended. I think like 95% of the population is dead.
Yeah.
But how do you keep on living and have a meaningful life in the face of such tragedy?
Really puts your problems in perspective, this book.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Finally, another fiction book, The Last Report on the Miracles at Little No Horse by Louise Erdrich. This is about a priest, Father Damien, who is a priest to the Ojibwe people, and who is secretly actually a woman who has been living as a man for like most of his life. And when the story opens, he's elderly and another priest has come to sort of investigate this nun who they're thinking of making her a saint. And so the priest is sort of trying to decide like how much of the story to reveal, because I think like her own story is sort of wrapped up with this, and so it's very risky. So that has a lot of really interesting issues in it as well. So those are our
five books.
Shortlist titles.
Yeah, so you can, by following along on our blog, we'll be meeting probably late October, early November to, as a committee, to discuss all these books and vote for one that will be our one community read. So,
and we'll announce it right away because we're always very excited when this happens.
Yes,
and so we want to tell everyone.
Exactly, and some people, some Arlingtonians love to start reading on what's available right away as well.
Right.
So stay tuned for that.
And stay tuned for our next episode. We are actually going to be talking about essays and short stories next time.
Short format. I'm excited.
Yes, it's gonna be fun. So until then, bye for now.
Bye for now. Hi, I forgot to mention that the Arlington Book Fest is happening on Saturday, November 5th. 2016 here at Robbins Library. So right now we are accepting applications from local authors to be a part of the panels. So if you'd like more information on this, head over to our website and click over to our blog where you'll find the application form and more information. Thanks!